Almost 80% of the respondents said that they put either awareness or engagement on the top of their list of things that they're most interested in doing for their content marketing to do. What would be the top thing you might recommend?
The first thing is to focus on your audience and what they want to know about, understanding what it is that they are needing to know and how that aligns with what your brand's offerings are will definitely increase your engagement. And secondly, we have just started in the last 6 months with video, and I think our video strategy is really paying off in terms of engagement, and we get to say the same service messages that we would have otherwise at Monster about job search, but they are also through a lens of being more visual and more fun. Like we did a takeoff on the BuzzFeed Tasty series where we did ingredients of a perfect resume, and we've done chalkboard learning videos of back to job search, chalkboard learning videos about keywords and how to use them in your resume. And so that kind of stuff has gotten us a great deal more engagement than a lot of the print stuff we've been doing.
I think the word engagement is being overused, and I'm really tired of it. I think maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, engagement made sense because we were all sort of trying to figure out, what do we even do with this content? We're like, just engage people. And I think now we kind of just use it and we throw it around as a word, and I think we really need to figure out, go beyond engagement and start to define what that means. And so brand awareness, engagement, those are sort of the high level things. The question is, what do you want your content to do? Like, what kind of reaction do you want? What kind of, how do you want them to drill deeper into the content and use it more in the way that you want them to use it? That's where I'm just frustrated with the term.
I think it definitely needs to break through, but it needs to provide value. If you're going to talk about something or you're going to join a conversation, contribute to it. Say something different. Leverage the expertise of your brand that really provides that unique perspective. An example from the Cleveland Clinic, during the Olympics, everyone was talking about cupping. So there were all these crazy videos and all this stuff about cupping. Well, we went out there, we participated in the conversation, but we got into the science. We offer that service. So we had people who do it, talking about it. We had, the research perspective, and the content went crazy. I mean, we were in the sea of cupping videos, but ours did really well because we provided that value. And I think too many brands make that mistake of going for those viral video concepts or trying to join a conversation that is too far reaching from what they're really all about.
We focus very narrowly on our audience of pickleball players. Highlands has a product for leg cramps, but we have focused on this growing sport of pickleball, and we basically provide content for pickleball players to improve their game. And we've tested a lot of different concepts and lots of different content, and the thing that people actually go back to is how do I improve my game, and can I see the masters play? So.
Can I just say, love pickleball. We love it. I mean, every time we visit the grandparents, it's all we do is play pickleball. So
people are Googling pickleball right now. They're like, what is pickleball?
But it is so much fun.
And they will end up on Pickleball Channel, which Highlands created, which is exactly what they're trying to do.
Andrew, we haven't heard from you.
Hey, I'm surprised. I think, first of all, I find it really puzzling that 80% of respondents said awareness and engagement, because I think that's code for I'm not really sure what we're going for, and that's really troubling to me. I mean, I firmly believe that there is no better way to raise awareness for your brand than buying ads. That is not content marketing. If you want to raise awareness, buy ads. If you want to actually increase demand for a product, if you actually want to inspire people to buy something, if you want to educate or inform them, those are things you can do really, really well with content marketing. And I hope the 80% go back for the rest of the year and figure out what they are actually trying to do. Are you trying to increase sales? I think hopefully next year it's like 4% of people believe that. And we see a much better impact because of our conversation.
I think one of the key important things to consider outside of awareness and engagement, which are sketchy metrics to begin with, it's really about relationships. I mean, content marketing is a long game. I mean, you're sharing information and content over long periods of time. You're trying to be, relevant and engaging every day and keep people, interested in your brand constantly. But you're not selling. It's not advertising, and so how you measure awareness, how you're measuring engagement, even across channels, is totally different. And so I think you have to define success for yourself. And you're right, I think, saying brand awareness, well, what does that even really mean? And engagement too. I mean, is it, your social media audiences? Is it likes, comments, shares? I mean, how do you aggregate that to define success completely for your content marketing efforts? I think is challenging. So it's an easy answer when you ask that question.
Right. What do you want?
What do you want, right?
I want people to know about us, and I
Yeah.
want them to engage in my content.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what that means anymore.
I was going to say that. I think it is sort of like people don't know what to say, so they say that. But I really do think that every marketer is trying to figure out, how do I get to my people? Like, whoever they're trying to get to, how do I get to them? And so sometimes when we use the word even content marketing, it's a little too broad. Like, what have you guys found as like the way to break through? Like, what have been some of the strategies you've used?
For us as a hospital, I think one of the best things we've done is actually talk a lot about wellness and prevention, which doesn't drive patient volume, doesn't make us money. We're keeping people healthy, but that isn't what most healthcare providers tend to do. They focus on the things that bring in high contribution margin. They're talking about surgery and procedures and treatments. When we launched the blog 4 years ago, we were doing 3 to 5 posts a day with 0 visits. And today we still do 3 to 5 posts a day with 4 million visits. It's really all about leveraging every piece of content we create and finding the right audience at the right time in the right moment with the right piece of content.
But I think that's what's interesting is I know it sounds so obvious, but you're giving the people what they want.
Right.
And I think to break through, you have to take the time to really figure out what they want, what resonates, and it's trial and error, and you got to just keep going. I love the fact that you started with 3 to 5 posts with 0 views, and you kept to it, and look at it.
My team spends a lot of time out in the field actually talking to people, talking to players, and I think just like being immersed in a community, human to human, person to person, I think that actually drives a lot of our followers and so forth.